supermarket
He
or
was a
something.
nice guy, real nice guy, but he came to visit one day, and he was on a motorcycle, and he had the boots, and he was all kind of in the leathers and things, and he tried greasing on the carpet, like my mother would,
Oh,
just
no.
like that, but he didn't make a great impression, okay, on my parents. So years go by, we've dated only a couple times, years go by, and then he comes back to the door, and he stops to visit again. He went into the seminary, wanted to be a priest.
Oh.
So then they loved him.
Oh. You think it was
But
obvious.
she remembered that he tried grease on her
Oh, I'm sure.
his motorcycle.
That's funny.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. So much different.
Well, go out and critique his work, will
No,
you?
no, I'm gonna leave him there. I have to go get my children, they're sitting outside of school waiting for me.
You leaving?
And then I gotta go get I gotta get some chicken and I gotta go to work at 5. Bye, it's good seeing you too. Bye.
So long,
See you
no,
later.
don't kiss.
Shush your face.
I know.
Nice
Oh,
chat.
It is cold.
I don't think you're contagious anymore.
Yeah, I'll see you later. Where's Black Tom?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
don't you kiss me either.
No, I wasn't planning on it.
Alright, I gotta go, my kids are there, I'll see you later.
See you,
All
Brooke.
right.
Bye, Ed.
Bye-bye, Brooke.
Oh, love you, thank you very much. Alright.
Long day? Busy day?
Actually, it's been good.
Good.
We had a very nice quiet morning, other than your call.
Did I call you this
Yeah,
morning?
you called.
8:30? Yeah, 8:30. Is that too early?
Well, you understand something that if we have doctor's appointment, like tomorrow, do we have a doctor's appointment tomorrow? No, not this week, the rest of this week we're open.
You want another cookie?
No, thank you, honey. Like, there's been so many different things that we've had to do. Plus Sandy always seems to call at just the wrong time. And I don't know why.
She's limited. She's got a
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very busy schedule.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
It's hard for me to get in touch with her.
Well, and then every once in a while Beth throws in a call.
Oh, your brother called today too.
Yeah, and my brother calls.
And Chuck called today too.
Chuck called, and Brian stopped by.
Right, so. What Bob wanted to tell you was that he had an appointment with Pavlidaki. So apparently he told George, right? What's going on with you, and George sends his regard.
I appreciate that.
But that was what he wanted to pass on.
When I first moved down here, of course, I was concerned about melanoma. I'm light skinned, as you. And, different things start growing. So I found this.
Dermatologist. Dermatologist?
Dermatologist, thank you. George Pavlidaki. I'll tell you. Every time I went to him with whatever problem was, I never felt a thing. I had a, what do you call it, a cyst right in the middle of my back. I couldn't understand what's this lump?
You remove it?
Remove it? I didn't even know what he did. He's come back in just 3 days, I'll put another Band-Aid on it and it'll be done.
Nice. Sandy is very good with skin.
Well, I don't doubt that, son. But like Junior had something growing here. Brooke had something growing right above her belt line or below her belt line. I said, God sakes, I said, stop farting around looking for this one or that one or this and that. Go the hell up to George Pavlidaki.
You take
Show
care of
him
that.
what the hell the problem is and let him take care of it for you. But we never had a problem with the man.
When we were in Canada or Alaska, wherever the hell we were, Sandy saw like a little red thing on my shoulder.
Tell me about it, yeah.
She nailed it. She knew exactly what it was, told me what they were going to do, how they're going to do it, everything. Every to the last little detail till they were 100% done. Even on what to do with the scarring on it, when after they removed it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow. I'm afraid to go near her now without my shirt on, so I'm staying away from my sister. She's a little too dangerous because she comes up to me, starts analyzing me, looking at me like with a microscope. I'm like, I don't wanna hear anything,
Well,
don't tell me.
You're in Florida and she's up
Yeah,
there.
I
She
know.
comes down here, she looks you over.
No, she does.
Yeah.
She's like, what is that? I'm like, I don't know. She says, you need to get that removed. I'm like, they freeze it. They take, they freeze it. I had something on my face. And she knew what it was, and they freeze it, and he kills it. Removes it, whatever that was. I said, I'm afraid to go near her.
It dies and wear off.
Every time I'm up there, up north, and I see her, she's like looking at me. I'm like, get the hell away from me. Stop. Every time I see you, you cost me money. You send me to the doctor.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
but, let's see, it's 3 o'clock now.
You should be asleep.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'll let you go take a nap.
I'm glad you came up to have lunch.
Oh, please, I loved it. It was nice getting out.
Yeah,
Been waiting for that for a while.
well, it's not like it is.
Yeah, I know. I'll try to do it again. Try to sneak out of my house if I can escape.
Yeah, just don't forget to leave them drill points.
I get them right now. I'll put them in a garage. I got them in a box.
What was that? Was there something else in? Yeah.
Call me.
No, can't think of anything.
You will, as soon as I walk out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, thanks again for going back to them classes.
No, that's all right.
Jesus, can't really walk out.
Oh, I always like to lose. I might do it all the time. Do it all the time. I got like 9 pairs. Leave them all over the place.
His prescription glasses don't leave his desk, they stay in there.
They
They stay right there.
The others are.
These are. These
the
are
others
prescription.
readers.
These are.
Yeah, but the
Beat
ones,
them to
the
death.
ones that you picked up for me are the ones I'm most used to.
Can you read with them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing better than I am. Your eyes are better than mine.
Well, sometimes I wonder about that. Like I said, I'm looking through these gun magazines that just came. And, you know, I'll read about the old guns.
Right.
And this new crap that they're coming out.
I know.
And now 50 caliber handguns.
Yeah. Well, you got me revolvers, or are you talking semi-automatics?
They got them both.
Yeah, I don't like them. What the hell are you gonna do with it?
Yeah,
I'm not paying $5 or $6 a shot.
it's ridiculous. I
A
mean,
friend of mine's got a pair of them with scopes on them.
can you imagine hitting a deer?
He's got,
Look here.
a buddy of mine's got 2 of them with like a bipod
Right?
on it with a scope.
You're-
Pair of revolvers. These things, 2 of them will fill up this table. They're that big.
Yeah,
And I look at this thing and I'm like, what the hell do you do with that?
exactly.
There's one of those pictures of memes on Facebook. It says when there's a burglar and you need to shoot him and he's behind the refrigerator in your neighbor's house. That's what you need that gun for. Because it's going to go through your wall, the neighbor's wall, through the fridge. I don't know.
No, I mean, I see absolutely no.
You know, if you're a good shot, the 22 is very effective.
Oh, if you can hit it with a 22, you can hit it
Between
with
the
a-
eyes, you're done. You don't need any more than a 22.
Well, see, now that's a fallacy.
You want me to try that out right now? What are you talking
Well,
about?
you gotta remember, the skull is a pretty thick piece of concrete.
No, I'm not taking that chance.
Now, if you hit the eye, that's okay.
So I need to move over a little to
But
the right.
you hit here. the
It's gonna
ball can
bounce off?
travel, or no, not bounce. It'll slide, in other words, if you, from an angle this way and I hit you here, it would slide around your skull under the skin.
Do you want to test this theory?
I've seen it,
Have you really?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not taking that chance.
How many shootings do you think I've ever looked into?
You do?
Yeah.
To get in right inside the skull, that's the way.
Messy. I don't want to shoot anybody.
I mean, that's why I would never let anybody go to, there's a hospital in Girard Avenue, 6 in Girard. I think it's 6. Saint something or other. I would never send anybody there. I went down there to interview a guy that was shot. Now you gotta remember, this is in the 60s. Things were a little different. I walked into the OR. And the doctor's got a wooden probe about this long with the cotton tip on it.
Yeah. I've seen this. They pull it out of that jar.
Oh, I don't know. The guy's awake. And he's got this probe and he's down in the bullet hole trying to locate the bullet. And the phone on the wall rang.
Did he jump?
No.
He
He
answered.
let go of the probe, walked over and picked up the phone and had a conversation while this probe was sticking out of this guy's chest. And I walked over and said, "How you feeling?" And interviewed him here. Now, he just wanted to get out of the hospital. He wanted his revenge. He wasn't going to tell me squat.
No.
He said, "That's your choice. I'm not going to argue with you." So he says, "Just don't end up back here again." I said, "Oh, no," he says, "and there ain't going to be any repercussions either."
That solved that. Doctor, take a bullet out.
I don't know, I left.
Give you that world the doctors live in. Paramedic, a fireman, picked up a girl in the woods, homeless girl, complaining of abdominal pain. Took her into the ER. Doctor put her up in a chair, put her legs up in his stirrups, and he's playing around down there. Opens her up. About 10,000 spiders crawl out.
He's here.
And I said to this guy, I said, "What the hell did you do?" He says, "I can't mimic what he did." Like this, I was gone. I was out of there. And I said, "What did the doctor do?" He says, "Nothing." Reached over, got a container with a bottle with some kind of cleaning solvent. Just cleaned her up with it, that's all. It's nothing. Didn't faze him at all. The doctor you're dealing with a bullet hole, nothing to him. Might as well have been a splinter in somebody's finger. One of the girls on my Facebook page is a nurse practitioner. And she's, we're like working in the ER. She said, people come in, there's a knife sticking out of her back. To the rest of the world, it's like, oh my God. We see this stuff all the time. It's like normal. They're so used to it. It's like you seeing a dead body. No big deal.
Well, that's on welfare. That's the way I looked at it.
How do I get on welfare?
I'd like to get on it.
I'd like to. I'm working on that. Figure out how. I think I gotta quit my job first.
Well,
We'll see how that works out.
I mean, I just got my statement from Social Security and my statement from the police and fire as to my pension. And I think it puts me $200 over the line. My income is $200 too much
Too much for what?
to qualify for welfare.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I told you, I said, I work with guys that are 60, 65, 70 years old. They have mortgages. My buddy Pete just got off the phone with him yesterday. The guy right before the recession hit, $400,000 home, maybe $900,000 in stock. Okay, that recession hits, the stock market crashes. He's 77, 76. He went back, he's selling cars out of a car lot. Okay, he passed away. His mortgage on his house, $280,000. He paid $330 for it 20 years ago. I don't know what the house is worth now. He's mortgaged to the hilt. Living way beyond his means. He's broke. lost all his money. All his money was in high risk, in the stock market, all of it.
Mm.
Yeah. American greed,
Peter.
American greed.
Oh,
But look at him, he turned against him. He was doing great, he should have stopped. If he had bailed out early and quit, he would have been okay.
Well, you know, when the before the recession hit, they were talking about the price of houses along the waterfront.
Right.
They were
$1
skyrocketing.
million a piece.
And people were selling them and then coming over to the mainland, and riding up down the streets looking for a house to buy. Then a guy stopped out front here and says, "We just sold our home over on Indian Rocks Beach. And we're looking for a home. Would you be interested in selling? I'll offer you $340 right now."
This is
Back in
before.
before the
Yeah,
crash.
okay.
I said, where would I go?
Where are you gonna go? It doesn't matter, the money's not
Yeah,
important.
where would I go?
Marie and I have discussed this, we've run into this.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? We sell everything, we buy a big flashy house somewhere, for what? My wife wants to travel, she's a travel freak. We
Well-
can't,
Just like you said, if you hit the $1 billion,
give it away.
hell, if you gave 500 million,
I-
right? You know,